Hi, it's Larry here, and today we will be going over the four-part Miami Heat retrospective and talking about one of the most polarizing teams of the 2010s era. The Miami Heat from 2010 to 2014 represent one of the most significant and influential eras in NBA history, characterized by the rise of the modern super team and a period of intense scrutiny, dominance, and legacy building. This era saw the Heat reach the NBA Finals in 4 consecutive seasons, winning 2 championships. Some might call it a gross underachievement considering the talent they had on the team, but today we are here to discuss in part 1 of this video. Here's a detailed retrospective on this remarkable period. The Miami Heat's journey to dominance began in the summer of 2010, during one of the most highly anticipated free agency periods in NBA history. The Heat already had Dwyane Wade, a superstar who had led the team to a championship in 2006. Pat Riley, the team's president, managed to pull off one of the most remarkable recruiting coups in sports history by convincing LeBron James, the reigning 2-time MVP, and Chris Bosh, an all-star forward, to join Wade in Miami. LeBron did end up coming to the Heat and stamping his name as the most hated player of all time till another dude came along. LeBron James announced his decision to join the Heat in a televised special titled The Decision, which instantly made Miami the most talked about team in the league, but also cast them as villains in the eyes of many fans. Many fans were in shock as to how a player could do such a thing. The reaction at the time was pretty big and shifted the landscape of the NBA. Now, all of a sudden, a mediocre Heat team was not only the contender and the best team in the league, but a surefire future dynasty before a ball had even been played. Shortly after the decision, the Heat hosted a massive event where James, Wade, and Bosh were introduced as the Big Three, with LeBron famously predicting not 1, not 2, not 3 championships, setting the bar incredibly high and not making it easier for themselves. Some would even say the Heat were getting cocky in it all, but basically made them the #1 team to root against and hate watch for the upcoming season. What they basically did was rub salt in the wounds of a league already dealing with the fact that super team and probably a future dynasty had just formed. The 2010 to 2011 season was the first test for the newly formed Big Three. The team faced immense pressure and intense scrutiny from media and fans before a ball had even been dropped. You'd have to imagine that such pressure would get to players even if they're superstars of the NBA. Despite the early struggles, particularly in learning to play together, the Heat finished the season with a 58-24 record, second best in the Eastern Conference. The team showcased flashes of brilliance, but also moments of inconsistency, particularly in late-game situations, showing that no matter how talented they were, they still had plenty of growing pains and a lot of learning to do. We learned from this that no matter how talented the individual, transitions are hard upon everyone. The Heat rolled through the Eastern Conference playoffs, defeating the Philadelphia 76ers, Boston Celtics, and facing the Chicago Bulls, which was one of the only teams in this conference that seemed to even put up a fight against the Heat, but they went down, setting up a final showdown with the Dallas Mavericks. Many NBA fans and analysts were already wrapping up the series before it even begun. This Miami Heat team losing to Dallas seemed impossible to a lot at the time. But like we are about to see and witness the Heat, we're in for a rude awakening to how unready and unserious their team truly was. In the finals is where the Heat were absolutely exposed. They faced an underrated and experienced Mavericks team led by Dirk Nowitzki and co. After taking a 2-1 series lead, the Heat collapsed, losing the series in 6 games. Star players on the team in particular were criticized for their weak and passive play in the finals, leading to generational memes, leading to an off-season of soul-searching and ridicule from the media. It was a meltdown, ones where the doubters and haters of LeBron all formed in unison to make him the collective punching bag of sports headlines for basically the entirety of the summer. And that wraps up part 1 of our deep dive into the Miami Heat's epic journey from 2010 to 2014. We hope you enjoyed the ride as much as we did putting it together. We're still in the early stages of our YouTube adventure, so we appreciate your patience as we learn the ropes and refine our content to make it even better. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let us know what other topics you'd like to see us cover. Whether it's more basketball, another sport, or something completely different, we're here to explore it all with you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Have an awesome night, stay safe, and we'll catch you in the next one.